Welcome to Aging in Place Strategies and Answers with Linda Prio. Will it be possible to remain in my home as I age? Do I feel safe in my home? How do I figure out how much support I will need when my health needs start to change? What if I decide to move into a community instead? Which community will meet my needs now and in the future? Who will play a role in helping me with decision making? Do you ask yourself these same questions? Aging in Place Strategies and Answers can help you gain practical knowledge that will help you create your own Aging in Place roadmap. If you are already a care partner, a power of attorney, or in crisis mode with your Aging in Place strategy, you will learn what you need to know that you don't know. For over 20 years, I have been marketing Aging in Place services to clients and educating families and healthcare professionals in how to put aging in place strategies into place. When you utilize aging in place, you are allowed to choose where you want to live and make those decisions so that you can retain your quality of life. Hi, listeners. Welcome back to Aging in Place Strategies and Answers. And this is an anniversary edition that is special and unique to Aging in Place Strategies and Answers podcast because we're starting another season. You know, we started in 2023. And I've got some interesting news, and I want to catch you up. First of all, this podcast is getting noticed. In the reviews and comments that I receive, listeners share that they appreciate the education they are receiving and the format in which it is delivered. My professional interviews confirm that what you are hearing on Aging in Place Strategies and Answers podcast is correct. The professionals on my podcast can always be contacted because they are trusted resources for you. Check the show notes at the bottom of each interview so that you can get their contact information and reach out to them personally to get additional tips and tools that you might need as a caregiver for someone who is aging or for someone who is beginning the retirement process or is already aging in place. Listeners, did you know that there are over 84 podcasts? Which when I say that number, I'm kind of surprised myself. But like I said, we started in 2023. This is 2025, and I am dedicated to my sponsors and my subscribers to keep good information coming your way. But this is what I do know. Listeners are sharing this podcast with friends and colleagues, and I continue to share my podcast link with professionals who want to learn more about aging in place. The topics that I discuss are relevant to senior adults, their caregivers, and the professionals that serve them, who are good at what they do, but do not always know all the details related to aging in place or aging. So I encourage everyone to get educated on my podcast. Always, please feel free to leave a review and share this podcast with those you know. By the way, if you prefer video, please check out my YouTube channel called Aging in Place Strategies and Answers. The estimated number of caregivers has risen from 53 million in 2020 to 63 million in 2025. The role of an unpaid caregiver is growing due to an aging population and a younger population that has special needs or complex long-term healthcare needs. Keep listening for those valuable caregiver tips at the end of every podcast that edify and encourage care receivers and care partners. Now, a word from one of our sponsors.
Do you want assisted living services but don't want to leave your home? Call Continuum at 314-863-9912. Our professional team has 20 plus years of experience and will help you create the perfect care solution that meets your current and future needs. Continuum supports independence at every stage of life. Call 314-863-9912 for a free consultation or visit us at continuumcare.com.
Listeners, I have an amazing opportunity for you if you have a business related to aging in place or services that help senior adults live their best life. I am currently receiving applications for show sponsorships. This podcast reaches a wide U.S. and European audience, 55 plus. My listeners are eager to learn and be educated, plus have the resources and tools that will help them. So if you have a business and you are interested in advertising and sponsoring Aging in Place, Strategies and Answers, here is my email address, which I will also share in the show notes. linda.agingstrategies@gmail.com. When you send me an email, I will be happy to share some statistics and costs with you. In most metropolitan areas, we see lots of senior living communities being built, and now more and more are present in cities. In a poll that was taken by the University of Michigan, only 1% of senior adults said that they would be okay living in a long-term care community. Aging in place is still the number one choice among those who are aging. 73% of the seniors in this poll said that they would choose staying home with a caregiver, and 6% said they would be okay living with a family member who could provide the type of care that could meet their needs. The aging in place trend will continue due to rising costs, more medical services being delivered in the home, and person-centered care philosophy. Patients will be educated on their conditions, their prognosis, the future, and then be able to make decisions. They are now going to be at the center of the care model. They will be able to choose where they would like to live and the type of medical care they would like to receive in the future as their health care needs change. Greater autonomy and better quality of life. However, with all things being planned, we know that hiccups, life changes, and plans, best laid plans go awry. So having a trusted resource you can call with your questions is like money in the bank. It's something you can count on. And this is why I created a website where you can access a free 15-minute initial consult with additional time billed in 15-minute increments. Please check out my website, seniorsupportstrategies.com. My knowledge and experience plus trusted resources can turn a crisis into a success when you know what strategies to use and the resources you need. Listeners, thanks for making Aging in Place, Strategies and Answers the go-to podcast for those who want to create a life that they want to live as they age, and for those who are helping their senior adults age in place. Thank you for joining me today. Please remember that this podcast is intended as education and not advice. Don't forget to share this podcast with family, friends, or colleagues who want to learn how to age in place, but also share this with those who find themselves in crisis mode. Please go to my website, seniorsupportstrategies.com, for more information. When you subscribe to Aging in Place Strategies and Answers, you gain access to premium content and professional tips on creating your own Aging in Place roadmap. As always, I value the time you spend with me.